Hey cake lovers, today I'm off to Portsmouth. And you may be thinking, why Portsmouth? And I will answer, why not? I mean, it's a major town in the UK. It's a major port in the UK. And I wanted to go to this, I'll put it up here, Spinnaker Tower, which is basically Portsmouth's London Eye. I mean, you go up to the top and you can see all the views and stuff like that. And I thought, I could have done it in a day, but then I thought, you know what? I'm wanting to travel a bit more, wait to get out of London a bit more. Because I'm on my sabbatical, I can. So let me spend a couple of days in Portsmouth. So leaving today, which is Wednesday, and I'm coming back on Friday. The Spinnaker Tower is like the main highlight. I'm also having afternoon tea in the Spinnaker Tower because you can. And today I'm probably not going to do much, just go there, check into the hotel and not do anything. Now, there is a particular place that I want to eat from, so I will show you that. And then tomorrow, Spinnaker Tower, and then Friday is going to be, there's a bakery that I've pre-ordered donuts to try. There's a particular place that I want to go for breakfast as well. And I want to see if I can do maybe a kind of walk around the beach, because the weather is not going to be brilliant in Portsmouth. Tomorrow it's going to rain most of the day, and Friday looks like it's going to rain as well. But like I said before, if we just relied on perfect weather all the time in this country, you'd never do anything. It's coming up to 9 o'clock. My train is at around, I think it's 1:30, so I'll probably be leaving here about 12-ish o'clock to get to the train. The train's from Victoria, which is not my favourite station because Victoria is just so busy. And that's a bit of a mish to get to, but it's a 2-hour journey and it's one train, no changes, so that's good. Let's go to Portsmouth. Hey cake lovers, I've made it. My train was terminated earlier. So basically it was supposed to terminate at Portsmouth Harbour. I terminated at Fratton, which is 2 stops before Portsmouth Harbour, because it was delayed. Now it's funny because I always hear about Southeastern trains and about what a nightmare they are, but as someone who doesn't travel on Southeastern trains regularly, it doesn't really affect me. But the fact that this happened, it just sent me back to the various stories that I've heard about Southeastern trains. But it was fine because the train that was going to Portsmouth and Southsea was only 4 minutes behind, so that was good. It was just a bit inconvenient. So I'm here. I'm not really going to show you the room because it's another Travelodge and they're pretty much the same. When I go away, I either stay at Travelodge or Premier Inn. Premier Inn tends to be a bit more expensive and a little bit more luxury, Premier Inn, but for that you pay a little bit more. As long as it's reasonably clean. I just need someone to lay my head. So I'm not that bothered about having a really fancy room when I'm doing these sort of tours around UK. So what I'm going to do, I've already unpacked. I want to pop out because I want to get some more water and maybe some Diet Coke. I think when I was walking from the station, I think I passed Sainsbury's, but I just need to double check on my phone. Today I'm not doing anything, going anywhere. I am gonna order takeout. There's a place called Natty's Jerts, which when I was researching places to eat in Portsmouth, this is a place that came up a couple times. I'm hoping they deliver to hotel though. I'm sure they do Uber Eats delivery, so I'm hoping that it's just a case of I can meet the Uber Eats deliverer outside the hotel. So I'm going to order that. I will show you that. But I want to pop out and get some drink first before I do that. And what is the time? The time now is probably come up to 4 now, isn't it? So school run, innit? There were some school children on my train. Tomorrow's afternoon tea at the Spinnaker Tower. I'm going to show you in a minute because I can see it from where I am. That's how tall it is. I will show you what it looks like. So I'm having afternoon tea there at 12. And after that, I'm planning to go to... There is a museum that's not too far away. But it does depend on how the weather is because tomorrow's predicted to be really pouring with rain. If it's pouring with rain, I don't know if I really want to be walking really far to the museum. I might just stop off at the there's like a big outlet shopping centre there. I mean, I'm not really here to shop, but I'll have a look. If there's an outlet shopping centre, I'm always one for a bargain. So I might pop there after the afternoon tea if the rain is horrific, because I'm not going to be pounding the streets of Portsmouth in the rain. But let me show you Spinnaker Tower so you can see where I'm going to be having afternoon tea tomorrow. There it is. You see that tall building? It looks a bit like, I don't know, it's like a tower with like a fin. That's where I'm going tomorrow. And at the top, it's like where the viewing platforms are. I'm quite excited actually to go there. Nice place to have afternoon tea. So that's where I'm going tomorrow. Yeah, so let me just have a look and just try and find out. Go to this local shops to get some drinks. Right, so I went to Natty's. I tried to do the Uber, but for some reason the Uber Eats wasn't connecting. You can get Uber the cars here in Portsmouth, because I checked that and I can. But Uber Eats wasn't connecting for me, so I don't know. So it was fine because I was being lazy. It's literally like 5 minutes from where I am. So I went and got pick up. This is the package. So I got the Ital curry. I didn't realise there was plant in it. I didn't check it properly. So this is vegetarian. So it's like a sort of lentil curry, etc. with rice and peas. And I got an extra lot of plantain. Already I'm thinking of plantain. It looks a bit overripe to me, but it smells amazing. So I will eat it and then I will give you my verdict. I just finished the food. It was absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Why can't I get food like that, Caribbean food like that in London? I'm going to say it. Caribbean food in London. You think somewhere as diverse as London. I've tried so many Caribbean takeaways. I've been to a few Caribbean like restaurants, cafes, and it's just not good. It's not good. The quality is not good. I come to Portsmouth and right outside Portsmouth and South Sea Station is this place called Natty Jerks. And the food is so good. My only criticism is that for what you pay for, you don't get a lot. But it was nice. The rice and peas, the Ital curry, the plantain. It was so nice. And I'm just like, we need one like that in London. Like London, there was one, I'll tell you a story. There's one Caribbean takeaway that I kind of used to sort of semi-regularly order from. And one time I fancied some Caribbean and I ordered it. Now, I'm pescatarian, which means I eat fish, I don't eat meat. Why did they send me my rice and peas and there was a chicken drumstick in there? A chicken drumstick. And I called them up. I said, look, my order clearly said fish. Oh, they barely said sorry. I've never ordered from them ever again because the customer service was abysmal. Abysmal. There was no kind of, oh, apologise, nothing. It was just like, oh. And that's kind of actually, people talk about Caribbean places and about how the stank attitude, but the food is still good. But in this case, the food wasn't still good because they gave me an incorrect order. Like someone who doesn't eat meat, you put a chicken drumstick in there. But anyway, Natty's, thumbs up. If you're ever in Portsmouth, make sure you check out Natty's Jerk. Hey, cake lovers, so I am in bed. I'm not going to sleep yet, of course, but I'm ready for bed. I was looking at, you know, obviously I did a day trip to Dublin. So I'm looking at other day trips that I want to do. I think Copenhagen, but then Copenhagen might have to be 2 days. I don't know. I think with some of them, it's like, well, some of them should be day trips, and some maybe you might have to do 2 days. Because with Dublin, as much as I enjoyed it, I didn't get to see everything. So Dublin for me, I will be going back there to go to the places that I wanted to see that I didn't see. But I'm a big tennis fan, and I'm already going to 2 tournaments here in the UK over the actually this month. One on next Wednesday, and one 2 weeks after that. But I was looking at tennis tournaments overseas as well, and there's a indoor tournament in Rotterdam in February next year, and I think I'm gonna go. I've looked at it. To buy the tickets, it would be a case of I probably have to stay 2 nights. Well, no, sorry, 1 night, because the flights that I've looked at are just, I can't do it in a day. So I would have to get either the morning session or the late session. I think I'll do morning session, which starts at 11 and goes till 6. I mean, I could do both actually. Depends. We'll see. I don't know what time the late session. If it's late, then nah. Probably just the morning session, and then go to a hotel overnight and then fly back in the morning. So it kind of would be a day, just over a day. But I just want to do more things like that, because I'm just in my kind of trying everything era at the moment. Life's too short. Life is too short. I think you just got, if you can do it, do it. That's what I'll say. So when I get back from this this over 2-3 days stay in Portsmouth, I'm gonna have a look at it and the logistics and try and book it. At least book the tickets. If I at least book the tickets, the tickets for the tournament, then I can worry about the logistics of it after. All right, so that's the end of today's vlog. Not that interesting because it's like a travel day, but tomorrow going to afternoon tea in Spinnaker Tower. Might go to the Portsmouth Museum, but it depends on the weather. If it's really pouring with rain, I'm just going to stay around the Spinnaker Tower, because there's like somewhere called, is it Gun Wharf Quays, which is like a big outlet shopping place. I'll have a look around there, but it is really weather dependent. I would like to go to the museum because I do like a museum, but we'll see. I'll see you in the next one.